We've looked at creating dashboards to visualize the health of our systems, and automating them using the API and Terraform. But today, I'm here to show you how to use the new dashboard editor to visualize your cloud monitoring data like never before. This is the Stack Doctor. Before we start, let's quickly review what makes for a good dashboard. Generally, you want to focus on the key signals that represent the health of your service. These are covered in the Monitoring Distributed Systems chapter of the SRE book, and we call them the golden signals. You can automate creating a dashboard using the API or Terraform, but today, I want to show you how to use the new dashboard editor in the Cloud Console. Right away, you can see that the new editor looks very different. There's now a list of widgets on the right to pick from, and a grid for laying out your dashboard in the main panel. I specifically want to show you three things: the new widgets, the new layout options, and the new chart configuration options. Let's dig in. Start by adding a widget to the dashboard. The gauge widget finally gives you a way to show a single number on a dashboard as an indicator of health. For example, you can use it to show mean CPU limit use of all containers in the workspace. One thing I really love about this new widget is the ability to specify the expected range for the metric. For example, you can set a warning threshold that'll turn the chart yellow, or a danger threshold that'll turn it red. This gauge is a good way to represent the saturation signal. If the containers on average are not close to the limit, there should be plenty of capacity left. If you care about a specific service, you could filter for just the resources you need. A gauge is a great way to see the current value of a metric, but it doesn't show you any historical data. If you need that, you can use the new Scorecard widget. This is a great way to visualize a signal like latency. You can also use the warning and danger thresholds to change the color of the chart when the value exceeds a threshold. This is great to let you know at a glance that something is wrong. If you just want to see the current state of a metric and what range it's in, the widget can be toggled to not show you the time series chart behind it. This way, you can see just the current state of a metric and whether or not it's within a good range. The last new widget I want to show you is text. Yes, text. You might be thinking, sure, you can now add text boxes to dashboards. That's fine. But here's the cool thing about this. The text widget supports Markdown, which lets you format the text, add links, and generally make it look like exactly what you want. This is a great way to add in-context documentation to your dashboard. These new widgets are great, but what can you do with them? Let's have a look at the new way to lay out your dashboard. There are now two options for layout: grid, the rows and columns you're used to, and mosaic. The mosaic option lets you size each chart individually and place them where you want on the dashboard. You can use this to create a dashboard like this, showing us service traffic as measured by request across the top, with a column of health indicators on the left and documentation on the right. This is a great way to present information. The last thing I want to show you is the new way to configure the charts on the dashboard. When creating a chart, you now have the option of switching between the basic mode, which should be enough for most users most of the time, and advanced mode. For example, we can switch to the advanced mode for a heat map chart to specify exactly how we want the data to be pre-processed and which aligner to use, if we need that. This gives you total control over how the charts interpret and present data. Thanks for joining me today. We took a look at the new dashboard editor and saw how to use it to create a dashboard using the gauge, scorecard, and text widgets. We also checked out the new layout options and advanced chart configuration mode. Now you're ready to use it to create your dashboards and keep an eye on the health of your services. Thanks for watching and come back soon for more. This is the Stack Doctor. Stay healthy out there.